Hi guys, welcome back. We have once again a new video in which we test the performance of the new M1 Pro chip. So today we put aside After Effects a little bit and we're gonna run some benchmarks in Adobe Photoshop to see how this MacBook Pro can handle it. For this test I will use the Puget benchmark plugin, and even if they recommend 32GB RAM, I will still use it because why not? You guys asked for this too many times in my previous videos, so let's do it. Regarding the specification of this MacBook, we have here the MacBook Pro 2021 with the M1 Pro chip, 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 16GB RAM and 1TB of SSD storage. Alright, and let's start the test. We have here the latest version of Photoshop, which is the 2022 version. It looks like we have a 5000 by 3500 pixels image with a resolution of 300 pixels per inch that's currently being rescaled to a 16000 by 10000 pixels image. Regarding the effect, this plugin uses a lot of them, including less correction, noise reduction, smart sharpen, blur and adaptive wide angle. The first loop out of all three is done, and now it begins loop 2, which is basically the same test as the first loop but repeated. Now a quick word for the sponsor of the video, which is my YouTube playlist. If you want to see a lot of tests and benchmarks with the M1 Pro chip, you can check this out, I will leave the link in the description. This loop is also done, and now it begins loop 3, which is once again the same test with the same effects. And we got the results. We obtained an overall score of 688 points, which is almost half the maximum value we can get. Let's see in more details some specific results. I got here the status log data. It seems like the best time we had was for the gradient effect with less than 1 second to finish, and also the rotate and the paint bucket effects with less than 2 seconds, but they're just basic tools. It makes perfect sense to get good results out of them. In terms of the longest time, we have the saving file operation, which took more than 88 seconds to finish. That's insane. That's actually a lot of time for saving a file, but who am I to judge? Now we can go on the Puget system website and we can see other benchmarks posted by other people, so we can compare with what we got. And we have, for example, the first one with a 1200 score. It has a configuration with 64GB of RAM and an AMD Ryzen 9 processor. We then have another one with 927 score, again 32GB of RAM, Intel Core i7. We then have another with a higher score than what we got, another one here, only this one is lower, but most of these are actually higher than what we got. And we can go even further. We can go through the comment section and we can see, for example, other screenshots posted by people. We have this one with a score of 587, and that's a pretty good score considering that his PC was from 2013 with an integrated Intel VGA graphic card, right? We can go even further. We have, for example, this one with a 740 score, again higher score than what we got, 32GB RAM, so the amount of RAM is really making a huge difference there. We then have another with a higher score. So let me say this, guys, if you go through all these comments you will get discouraged. Why? Well, why pay $2,500 on a laptop when this guy with his PC from 2013 got a score almost as good as ours? Well, you forgot something important. These are not laptops. These are full desktop workstations. We can search here by laptop and you can see you have 1, 2 there and 3, and that's all. 3 laptops, and the rest of these configurations are actually full workstations, full desktop configurations. You can't really have the same performance on a laptop. If you want the best possible balance between battery and performance, you can go with these Macs. If you want extremely performance, you can go with a Windows laptop or with a desktop configuration. You can't really have both, unless you go with the $6,000 M1 Max MacBook. In that case you can have both. But anyway, it's not like you can't work with this configuration. Photoshop will not crash and After Effects will render your videos just fine, alright? Yeah, so that was all. Thanks guys for watching and talk to you in the next video. Bye.